Just this week, a survey in the UK has found that 7 in 10 people believe social media companies do not do enough to stop illegal or unethical behaviour on their platforms, prevent the sharing of extremist content, or do enough to prevent bullying. The loss of trust is hugely damaging, and it is in all our interests to address it. In some areas, that means we will need new rules and legislation. In others, such as online hatred and bullying, we need norms and expectations of how civilized people should interact in ways that can't be achieved through legislation. The Digital Charter we are developing in the UK sets out the principles of our approach to agree the rights and responsibilities of the online world and to put them into practice. It is profoundly pro-business because it seeks to support digital businesses in securing the trust and public confidence that they need. At its heart is a set of principles that the same rights people have offline should be protected online, that the internet should remain free, open and accessible, that people should understand the rules that apply to them when they are online, that personal data should be respected and used appropriately, that protection should be in place to help keep people safe online, especially children, and that the social and economic benefits brought by new technologies should be fairly shared. And underpinning all of this is our determination to make the UK a world leader in innovation-friendly regulation. Regulation that will make the UK the best place to start and grow a digital business, but also the safest place to be online. But when technology platforms work across geographical boundaries, no one country and no one government alone can deliver the international norms, rules and standards for a global digital world. Technology companies themselves, investors and all our international partners need to play their part. First, technology companies still need to do more in stepping up to their responsibilities for dealing with harmful and illegal online activity. Companies simply cannot stand by while their platforms are used to facilitate child abuse, modern slavery, or the spreading of terrorist and extremist content. We've made some progress. Last September at the UN, I joined President Macron and Prime Minister Gentiloni in convening the first ever UN summit of government and industry to move further and faster in reducing the time it takes to remove terrorist content online and to increase significantly their efforts to stop it being uploaded in the first place. But we need to go further so that ultimately this content is removed automatically. These companies have some of the best brains in the world. They must focus their brightest and best on meeting these fundamental social responsibilities. And just as these big companies need to step up, so we also need cross-industry responses, because smaller platforms can quickly become home to criminals and terrorists. We have seen that happen with Telegram, and we need to see more cooperation from smaller platforms like this. No one wants to be known as the terrorist's platform or the first choice app for paedophiles. As governments, it is also right that we look at the legal liability that social media companies have for the content shared on their sites. The status quo is increasingly unsustainable as it becomes clear these platforms are no longer just passive hosts. But applying the existing standards of liability for publishers is not straightforward. So we need to consider what is most appropriate for the modern economy. We are already working with our European and international partners, as well as the businesses themselves, to understand how we can make the existing frameworks and definitions work better, and to assess in particular whether there is a case for developing a new definition for these platforms, and we will continue to do so. Second, investors can play a vital role by considering the social impact of the companies they are investing in. This is fundamental to the proper functioning of markets, choice and competition. Shareholders should care about these social impacts because the business model of a company is not sustainable if it does not command public support and consent. And they can use their influence to ensure these issues are taken seriously. For example, earlier this month, a group of shareholders demanded that Facebook and Twitter disclose more information about sexual harassment, fake news, hate speech, and other forms of abuse that take place on the company's platforms. So investors can make a big difference here by ensuring trust and safety issues are being properly considered, and I urge them to do so. Third, in a global digital age, we need the norms and rules we establish to be shared by all. That includes establishing the rules and standards that can make the most of artificial intelligence in a responsible way, such as by ensuring that algorithms don't perpetuate the human biases of their developers. So we want our new world-leading Centre for Data Ethics and Innovation to work closely with international partners to build a common understanding of how to ensure the safe, ethical, and innovative deployment of artificial intelligence. And I'm delighted that the UK will also be joining the World Economic Forum's new Council on Artificial Intelligence to help shape global governance and applications of this new technology.
Smell shame.